Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Reality Hour. I am Eric Asher. Today is going to be an interesting one because Adam is not here. I mean, he probably will show up and watch the comments. But if he doesn't, he's not here. So I get to put a new hashtag on the screen. Adam is missing.
Is that the episode title?
Could be. But I'm sure I might say something dumber. I'm very tired. But joining me today is Grace. How are you, Grace?
I am also very tired. My school had orientation today. We start on Monday, so I'm very excited about that. But it's also been so much work to get there.
Yep. God.
And I literally just finished watching the show 5 minutes ago, so there's that too.
I'm wondering, did you watch the acts in order, or did you go out of order?
I did.
Oh, so you ended with the best one. Good. On that note, no real headlines this week, except for the fact that this was overall thoughts on this episode. I'm a little disappointed because this was my favorite. Yes. Oh, where's the headline? Yeah, Jessica starts cast announcements. If you want to talk about that for a bit, you can.
Sort of. Okay, so they only announced 2 stars. The first is Jojo Siwa, who was a total plant and a half. And the second is Suni Lee, who I'm very excited about. For those of you who don't know, she is the current Olympic gymnastic all-around champion. She is amazing. She's beautiful on floor. I wanted her on the show since Olympic trials. And I'm a little surprised she's doing it because I thought she was going to college. But here we are, and I'm
college
thrilled.
Can wait. Reality TV is calling. I don't know why I'm saying that. But anyway.
Also, Jojo Siwa is going to do something that the Dancing with the Stars said they would never do. They're pairing her with a lady.
Hooray.
Well, I guess because Australia and the UK did it, I guess they kind of feel like we have to get with the times here.
Isn't this season 30? It's amazing that it took them that long.
Yeah, it's season 30.
Given that the show is basically one of the gayest shows on TV. It's a little surprising it took this long.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they did 2 seasons a year up until American Idol started on ABC. And also, like, the show's only been, this is the 16th year the show's been on. And also, the UK did it for the first time last year. And Australia's same-sex pairing had a drag queen, so that technically doesn't count. Or does it?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how the drag queen identifies. Anyway.
September 20th. Adam and I will be here. They'll probably announce the rest of the cast next week, hopefully.
Okay. Now we got our headlines out of the way. Let's get into America's Got Talent. I will say, what I was trying to say before I realized, Grace was putting at her thing, was I think that this week I was expecting better, honestly. I mean, 2 of the acts that I was looking forward to absolutely delivered. One, not as much as I would have hoped. And some of the other acts were okay, but it was not as good of a week as I was hoping it would be. Having said that, we're gonna have a good finale, I think, because there are at least 10 acts that are decent to good this year. And I don't think there's gonna be anyone bad in the finale, at least. So we're headed to a good place, but the journey is not going to be very fun. Anyway, might as well start with our deep dive. How about we start with Unicycle Flow?
Unicircle.
Unicircle?
Yes.
You sure about that? Because
that's what I think that's what it was. Either way, they dance and ride.
It's pasted from Wikipedia, so I'm assuming Wikipedia has been known to be wrong. So.
Yeah, they say unicircle.
Okay.
Either way, they dance and they ride unicycles.
Yep. And one of them fell off for a unicycle. I mean, Twice?
I saw 2 falls.
Oh, oh, that's good for them, I guess. I mean, this act is okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's a bad act.
No, not at all.
But I was bored, if I'm honest. It's just the same trick over. It is impressive. I mean, I would fall off the unicycle like immediately. I couldn't last like a second on it.
I was gonna say, even riding a unicycle is a talent, but riding a unicycle and dancing.
Oh, I mean, yes, objectively it is a talent, and they are good. But it's just not the type of thing I could watch for an hour. And if the prize of the show is a Vegas show, if we're still going by what the concept of the show is,
They get to
I
headline
couldn't
a
watch.
major show.
Yeah, I know. We're going by that. I couldn't watch them for an hour. So
I thought it was really cool to watch. There was nothing wrong with it at all, except for those couple of falls. Like Eric said, I was just bored. Like now, if they'd come out like doing backflips and lighting stuff on fire, maybe I would have been more impressed. I think it could work in a show, but I don't think it could be a
its own
show.
show. You're right.
I'm not.
A lot of these acts on America's Got Talent, my parents pointed this out to me a while ago, would be great that as part of other shows, but a lot of them could not carry their own show, which is kind of annoying because when I'm watching a show, if I'm voting someone to win, I want them to be able to carry their own show, and that's what my criteria is. So,
I mean, I'm not surprised at all that they made it. I'm not mad about it either. I would have saved them too if I were the judges.
Yeah. I mean, they were on the bubble though, so that's not.
Yeah, they needed the judges to get them there.
Yep.
So I think they're doomed next round.
100%. Yeah. Okay. I don't have any other thoughts on them because they're not.
See you next round.
See you next round. Okay. Anika.
Yes.
What do you think of Anika?
I really don't like voices like hers. I thought she completely yelled the song out. As much as I love this song, I'm kind of getting sick of it on these shows. To me, she came across as a washed-up rock star wannabe, and that is never a good thing.
I'm quite a bit more positive. I will say she's got a great voice, in my opinion, at least. She's karaoke, 100%. Very old-fashioned. I did appreciate that she picked a newer song like River. It's not a new song, but it is newer than the genre she sings. I am not at all shocked that she's gone. I don't think she was in my top 5 or top 7.
I feel like when you're a singer on these shows and you're over 40, like you're doomed from the get-go.
Not necessarily, but
on
most
The Voice you are. If you're older than the coaches, they're not going to keep
you. AGT a little bit less so. But I'm not shocked she's gone, but I'm not. She was on the bubble for me, honestly. I mean, I didn't hate it, and so that's something.
For me, she was bottom 4.
Not bottom 4 for me. Definitely bottom 5. But
I feel like the results were just so obvious this week. It was just
they were pretty obvious, I would say. Let's move on to. Now, if we were doing Golden Buzzers this year, this act probably would have been my Golden Buzzer.
But Heidi stole it from you.
Heidi did steal it from me. And I'll also add that this was the one that disappointed me this week.
Yeah, I noticed that little mishap in the beginning.
I didn't notice any mishaps, but I did notice that the performance. Leah Kyle, she did a quick change routine to Just a Girl. My problem with this is that she is, first of all, the best quick change artist I've ever seen by a mile because she's not really doing quick change. She's doing magic.
I would agree with that.
She's not doing quick change act. Quick change act, they're all done the same way. You just peel the clothes off, and then eventually you end up with less clothes than you had the newest outfit on. She's not doing that. She's actually doing magic. But it's the same magic that she did in her audition. There's nothing that I haven't seen her do before.
Yeah, I wrote in my notes that I think she could definitely run the risk of becoming one of those repetitive acts. And I was hoping that would not happen.
I was really hoping that she was going to do something different from her first audition this time. And she didn't. And I don't think it was as good as her audition was. It was still really, really good. Mm-hmm. And I still obviously voted for her. I still obviously would put her through.
I would have put her through too.
But I really want to see something different for her next round because I want her to prove it. She's not just a quick change artist, but she's one of the best magicians that's ever been on this show. And she
better than the other magician.
What?
She was better than the other magician.
Oh, 100%. But that's kind of a given. But I will say I could not watch a full show with just quick change.
I don't think I could either. But I do like her a lot. So
and I do like
her. And I know you like her too.
I mean, I liked her. She was when I looked at the names of who's going to be on the show before before the season started, she's the one I recognized because she was on Penn and Teller's show, and she, like Shin Lim, she fooled them. They didn't even guess for her because they just didn't know how half a step she was done, and their faces throughout the act was just fantastic. So I really really like her. I want to see more.
Yeah, I hope that she isn't doomed next round regardless.
I think she might be.
I feel like if she's on the bubble, she'll get through somehow.
Yes, I'm hoping, but I don't think she's top 5 this season. So
which is sad because I feel like she could have been.
This next round is a make or break performance for her. Okay, Curtis family C notes.
Start a love train.
So what I remember from the only reason I know this song is because I was at the Colbert Jon Stewart rally back in 2010, and it was performed at that rally.
Everybody knows that song.
I didn't know it until that rally. But anyway, they are talented. They are objectively talented. One of the mom, I think, has a really good voice. But they are super old-fashioned.
Yes.
And that was a severe busing from these judges. That was like
I didn't watch the judges, but like this is one of those songs that nobody really cares about.
I mean, it's a nothing song. It didn't really give them a chance to do anything unique and different. And
it's just a disco cover band, nothing more.
Pretty much. Next up is the one the only act I'm really sad that Adam isn't here to talk about. The Apothecary. For several reasons. First of all, the first 30 seconds of the act where he was making fun of all the danger acts, I feel like Adam would have a couple of good things to say about that I can't think of.
That was the only part of the act I actually enjoyed, even so.
Oh, same here. That part was really good. The rest of it was terrible.
Yes.
And obviously he was a goner. But the first 30 seconds at least got me to laugh. So,
I mean, Simon buzzed him and then he was smiling half the act. I'm like, dude, make up your mind.
Yeah. I will say they blew the budget on him, but what are you gonna do?
Maybe he can team up with Seth Word.
Oh yeah, maybe, but oh god, I mean, I really liked the part where he made fun of the danger acts. If he was actually gonna be a comedian and not just do that stupid fucking dance, I might have voted for him if the rest of the act was like that first 30 seconds.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Michael Winslow, aka the plantiest plant in America's Got Talent history.
That I've never heard of.
What?
And I've heard of him, but I don't know who half these people are.
Well, I've heard of him. He is a sound effects master. I mean, he's truly incredible at it. But the problem with this act was that there was no routine about it. It was just sound effects, and there were no jokes. I feel like if there were jokes intermixed with this act, if he was like a comedian with sound effects, that would be the type of act that I actually get behind. But the routine itself was just sound effects, and that doesn't do anything for me.
It's going to sound totally crazy, but have you ever seen Mrs. Doubtfire?
I've not.
Okay, so, Robin Williams is the lead, and there's a scene where he's in the recording studio doing voiceover for a cartoon, and he's doing every single voice. And I kept thinking of that. I was like, this might be good for a recording studio, but I don't think it really translates well to a live stage.
It does not.
Now, if he's an actor, if he's a comedy or something, then maybe.
Not without comedy being mixed in. Just as like a little bit second do voices, that's not enough, I don't think.
Right.
I mean, technically, if he could cut material out and mix it in, he could actually be one of my favorite acts this season.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't, so he's not. That's basically what it boils down to.
I am not at all surprised that he got the instant save, mostly because of the competition that he had. Plus,
I'm not surprised because he's like known. People know who he is. I'm surprised he needed the instant save, if I'm honest.
You're not surprised at all?
I mean, I'm surprised that he wasn't in the top 5. I'm surprised he needed the save to get through.
We talk about this a lot, though. Like, pre-show fan base really doesn't matter that much in the long run because Madeline Bailey also has a huge pre-show fan base, and she needed the judges' save.
Yep. I think if people know you, they're not watching you on AGT because they don't care about AGT for the most part.
A lot of them, yeah. Maybe the singers, it's different, but
yeah.
Somebody like Michael Winslow, who's known for voices.
Yeah, I will say, I hope he impresses me next round. I don't think it will matter. I think he's a goner regardless of what he does next round. But I'd like to at least be entertained. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Now we get to Brooke Simpson, a.k.a. the second, who would have been the biggest planet in America's Got Talent, except for that Michael Winslow was right before her.
And Madeline Bailey.
Yes. But Brooke came in third on The Voice, apparently, which I'd never watched The Voice that season.
I didn't watch that season. I've watched the show before, but I didn't watch her season.
I've watched the show before, but I stopped a while ago. I will say, Brooke is the best singer in this competition by a mile.
Yeah, she's, for me, easily the most marketable of the singers.
Not just most marketable. I think she's also the best. I think she happens to be the most marketable, but she's also the best, and that's very rare. I think she's actually the best singer that's been on America's Got Talent in several years. I think possibly since Brian Justin Crumb. I think the second half of this performance was flawless. And she was, out of all 30 weeks of live shows, she's the only act that I don't think could have done better. And that is saying something. And if the singer's going to win, I want it to be her, because I think she's truly amazing. And I hope she goes far. I
think at this point she's a lock for the top 10.
I hope so. But you never know when these judges decide to bust someone. So, but I thoroughly enjoyed this performance from her, and hope she goes far.
Yeah, I didn't love the song, but I'm also not crazy about Billie Eilish, so that might be part of it.
Neither am I. But that's the thing. But the thing is, she took a song that people, that you don't have to have a big voice to sing. And she made it a big voice song, so I appreciated the arrangement of it as well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, definitely deserved to make it through, and I'm very, very happy she's here.
Yep.
But if working with Miley Cyrus couldn't help her, I don't know if this show can either.
Well, Miley Cyrus didn't help her. Miley Cyrus is the reason she came in third.
Miley Cyrus is the reason I stopped watching the show. Well, she's part of it.
I stopped watching several years before Miley Cyrus, but anyway.
Why would anybody trust the least talented person in the world to coach them on singing?
She's not the least talented person in the world.
She's up there.
There are so many people less talented than Miley. Miley is a little bit cuckoo sometimes, but she's not talented.
All right, let's talk about the gun show.
What?
Let's talk about the gun show now. Real Chris.
Okay. They're strong. One of them was shirtless. I was honestly a bit bored.
We get hand balance acts every year, and I'm not usually impressed by them.
I mean, they were impressive.
Yes.
But I was bored.
Mm-hmm. I actually did like this performance. I would have put them in the top 5 this week. Somehow I doubt they'll make it further, and if they do, they'll limp through to the final if they make it. But no, nothing really went wrong either, so there wasn't a whole lot of suspense, but it was pretty cool.
I mean, sure.
And their arms were very nice.
Okay. Tap Kids. I don't really have anything else to say about hand balance.
Spawn of the Chap Kiss Dance family from season 10, who I don't remember at all.
Ugh, fucking called it. Adam, get your ass in the chat. I mean, Adam, click the damn link and join us, please. Don't harass us from the chat. Okay. I will wait now for a minute.
I can't whistle any higher.
Okay. So, in that case, we shall wait. See if he pops up. But in the meantime, chat. You're damn right it's awkward, Adam. Okay. Go back and watch the first minute of the show where I called this happening. Okay. So, Chap Kids, they're the best pure dance act I think we've seen on the live shows this year so far.
Absolutely. Doesn't say a whole lot because
does not say a whole lot, and I could not watch an hour of this personally. Oh my god, really? Jesus Christ, Adam.
All right, let's just ignore Adam right now.
I'm gonna switch over to banners
until he gets here. But
okay, let's see.
comes in.
I could not watch an hour of this act personally. I mean, I thought I liked the opening where they made their hands with the yellow gloves to AGT. That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And they were in sync. They, again, best pure dance act of the season, but
yeah, they were really tight.
I could not watch an hour of it.
Yeah, like I said, easily the best dance act we've seen in the lives. They did make it further than their predecessors, so good for them for that.
Congratulations to them.
I won't be surprised if they make the final. I don't think they necessarily will.
I don't know. I mean, dance acts very rarely do extremely well on this show.
Correct. But no, they were very tight. They had a lot of energy. I would have put them through too. I don't know how they're going to survive the next round. It's a toss-up.
Yep. Storm Large.
The wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Also on Rockstar Supernova, which I didn't watch.
I did not watch the show either. I thought this was an interesting arrangement of the song.
I didn't like the arrangement at all.
I didn't say good arrangement. I said interesting. And I think she's totally outclassed by Brooke, and even in my opinion, Anika. I'm not at all mad she's gone. I mean,
no.
But, you know, it is what it is.
This is one of those, like, Swedish 80s corny pop songs. And then she did a piano arrangement in triple, and I'm just like, wait, you were on Rockstar Supernova, and you're going to do this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Rockstar Supernova makes me think that she would be better doing, like, the song that Anika did, basically.
Yeah, I'm looking this up right now. Also, her name's not really Storm Large, is it? That's the stage name?
I have to assume so.
Oh, it's Susan Storm Large. Storm's her middle name. Okay.
Wow. So it actually is her name, sort of.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
She came in 5th on Rockstar Supernova, I'm seeing.
Okay.
And then she has a band, which we're not going to talk about.
Yep. Planned. Never planned.
No, Heidi was the only judge that voted to put her through. I would have voted for the other one, too. I don't remember who they were anymore.
Yep.
Oh, the unicycle people. Okay.
God damn it. Okay, whatever.
If she gets wild carded into the semifinals, though, that would be hilarious. I don't think she will.
There's no chance in hell she's gonna wild card. It's gonna be something stupid. It always is. Klek Entos.
If he can call himself a magician, is that what they called him?
They called him a magician, I think.
I don't even know what the hell this act was.
Well, I'm going to come clean and say this is the one act I did not watch. And I did not watch it because he got cut, and I wasn't excited about him before, and I'm not excited about him now. And so I skipped it, and so that's that.
Yeah, I wish I had something to say. I barely watched it. Like, he had Sophia and Terry. He was trying to scare them. It was like something out of like a haunted house in a theme park.
It was, MJ said it was like Sacred Rihanna, and I'm like, yeah, but Sacred Rihanna actually won one of these shows, so.
And this guy didn't even make it past the first round.
Anyway,
he got buzzed.
Let's talk about our winner this year, World Taekwondo Demonstration Team. And they are, I think, the clear favorites to win this show. Super exciting, super impressive, not like anything we've had on America's Got Talent before. There were a few mistakes throughout, but because the difficulty level is so high for what they're doing, it didn't matter. Easily, not easily. They were one of my. I'm trying to think. because of mistakes, there weren't my favorite act of the night. I think Brooke was actually my favorite act of the night, but I would be very happy with them as the winners.
I would too. They were really tight. They looked really strong. Their showmanship was good. It did feel a little bit chaotic at times, but it was.
But that's the point of the act, though.
Yeah, it was like the good chaos. It wasn't
Yes.
like the crazy, like Seth Ward type chaos. This was more like.
Yes, it was very good chaos, and I will say they are like the first type of act like this that I could see myself watching for like an hour. I could enjoy it. What
makes me nervous though is they're on next week's show too, so I'm worried they might come off as like repetitive. Maybe
it's not gonna matter. It's not. They're so high energy. They're so good at what they do. It's not gonna really be repetitive. It's not gonna be an issue for them.
I'm looking at who else is on next week. I'm thinking, I think they will still make it through out of the acts that are on next week, but it's gonna be close.
You don't think they're gonna win?
I don't know. I'm not following that closely.
So they're auditioning up the second most views of any audition, behind Nightbird, who dropped out. So
right.
So
also, I mean, they are really cool, and I don't think we've really seen too many martial arts groups on these shows, so that draws them.
Yes,
it's a big draw for them.
I think they're winners. I mean, if they're not, I don't know who is the thing.
I wish I cared enough.
Yeah, I mean, I would be fine with them, Brooke, Leah if she improves, or Jimmy Harrod would be okay, but those are the only 4 acts that I'd be okay with winning at this point.
Mm-hmm. Next week is like singer stacked, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, the whole show is basically.
Well, Brooke isn't there though, so.
No, she's not.
Which means she'll actually make it through. Oh, there he is. After all the fun's over.
Hey, Adam.
You guys see me?
Yes, I can see you.
How late am I?
We just finished talking about the acts.
I'm sorry, guys.
But
wait, tell me, how was the show? How did you guys like it?
Did you not watch it?
I didn't get to yet. Really rough week.
I finished watching it 5 minutes before we started.
I watched a couple of people. I watched the lady who sang River. She was pretty good. I watched
she got
the
cut.
Quick Change lady.
Quick Change lady. What'd you think of her?
A couple of mistakes, but it was still fun. I mean, like very visible mistakes, but overall, like cool stuff.
Yeah.
I watched the family that did Love Train. They were okay.
They're gone.
The unicyclists, they were. It was a dance act with a gimmick. So,
what did you think of the Taekwondo people?
I don't think I watched that. I think those were all the people I watched. I think I watched Brooke Simpson also. She was good.
Brooke made it.
Brooke was my favorite of the episode, but Taekwondo people are probably going to win this season, so you should watch them now.
Really?
I won't be upset if they do. Mostly because I don't care. In
fact, what we're going to do right now is we're going to keep talking. Adam, you're going to drop off. You're going to watch the Taekwondo people, then you're going to come back on and tell us what you think.
Okay, bye.
Bye. What are we going to talk about for 3.5 minutes while he watches the act?
I don't know.
We can talk about who's performing next week.
We can do that. Because I can give everyone a preview of the power list I wrote.
I have it pulled up.
Okay, I'm going to look. So I'm going to give my predictions right now as a little bit of a preview for all 0 of you watching this. But maybe someone will see it later. My predictions for who's going to make it next week. World Taekwondo demo team, I think, for a lock. Mm-hmm. It's not in the chat. Okay, so there's one person watching. Hooray.
Hey.
Jimmy Harrod, I think, is a lock.
Correct.
I think Peter Rosalita is probably making it.
Yeah, I think we'll make it too.
Aiden Bryant, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Tavella. I think those are 5.
That's your 5?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Okay, so Aiden's a toss-up. Dustin's a toss-up. Gina is gone. Jimmy's in. Korean Soul, hopefully they're gone.
I put Korean Soul in 10th.
Oh, wow. Out of 11 acts.
Well, and we don't know the 11th.
Yeah. Madeline's a toss-up too.
I put her in 9th.
If she does something good, she might actually make it.
I don't think she will. Howie's already busting her. She needs the judges' save to advance. I think she's gone.
Michael's probably gone.
Yep.
Peter will probably make it. Tori's definitely gone.
Howie's been busting her since her first audition.
Howie doesn't like musicals.
Yeah, whatever.
Taekwondo people are going to make it. The wild card, it's a fodder act anyway.
Yep.
Unless maybe like they pick the dogs or something. Like the dogs could potentially go through. I don't think that
there's no wild card that can make it through.
Who do you think's going to get the wild card?
The more I think about it, I have no idea. It's going to be some stupid pick that we're all going to be like, why did they pick them? They were doomed anyway. Because it always is every year. Okay.
Ooh, Dancing with the Stars, I believe, has a cast reveal date now.
Okay.
Does it?
What is it?
I believe it's September 8th.
Okay. That's a while from now.
I know. That only gives Adam and I 12 days to actually hype up.
Oh, that's annoying.
But it also gives me, well, actually, I go back to school next week, so I won't have time to actually read spoilers. But
okay.
I'm so hyped for Suni Lee, though.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad that there's another show coming up.
I do want to win the draft again.
About The Voice Australia. Did you see Sean's audition?
I did watch it, actually. He sang the prayer.
Yeah.
And he got a 4-chair turn and a block.
I'm pissed about the block.
I hate the block.
It is out of a show of lots of terrible ideas for its format, I think that might be the dumbest idea of them all.
The thing is, like, the auditions basically are just a way to showcase the coaches messing with each other, and the block adds to that, and that's not what the show should be. That's why, I prefer American Idol vastly, because, well, one thing, The Voice is trying to take it down, but also, The Voice has always been about the coaches.
Oh, it is.
Not the contestants.
It is.
And that's why the contestants don't do anything after the show.
I will say, I thought Sean was fantastic. Very happy to see that he's back on another show. Okay, Adam's back.
Is he still there? I haven't really been following.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear me.
All right. So the unicyclists were pretty good. I mean,
the unicyclists?
I'm kidding. I'm teasing. I watched the karate people. They were good.
Taekwondo.
I don't really know what the act is. Like, what is the act? Like they do karate stuff.
Taekwondo. There's a difference.
All right, they do Taekwondo stuff, but
basically, what I think of it as is a combination of like a stunt act, a dance act. It's like all sorts of different types of acts. It's the reason I like it so much, and the reason I think they can win, is because we haven't seen an act exactly like them on the show before. And
yeah, they're unique.
I'm excited by it. I'm excited that there's something different this year, and they are unbelievably good.
They're good. Yes. No, don't get me wrong. I think they're good. And thanks for correcting me. I'm sorry if I got it wrong before. I'm just like, I like it. Like they're talented. I don't think it was the most memorable thing. I don't know. Maybe I just disagree with you guys. I mean, it just was a lot of people very impressively breaking boards. I mean, it's not something I could ever do, but like, I didn't understand. Was that the Pirates of the Caribbean music they were doing the act to?
No, I have no idea. I've never seen those movies or been on that ride, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
it sounded a lot like it.
I was like confused. I was like, is this some like Pirates of the Caribbean theme? But then it's like it's Taekwondo, and I was just like, what? But look,
and then they're on a boat. It's like Les Mis.
Is Grace paddling now, or is she like?
That's what they do in the movie because they're like on a boat and they're rowing and they're like throwing stuff overboard. I don't know.
Anyway, so now you've seen all the acts that you have a chance at winning.
Who do you guys think is winning at this point?
I think the only 4 acts that that I think have a chance at winning the show are the Taekwondo people, Leah, if she does something much better next time, quick change artist.
Yep.
Brooke, and I think Jimmy Harrod. I think those are the 4 options. And I'd be fine with any of them, honestly.
I would want the quick change lady. I don't think she can. Quick change isn't, a category that usually.
Well, she's a different type of quick change-ish.
She's not a quick change artist. And I know this because Penn and Teller said she's not a quick change artist. She was on their show as well, like Shinlin was. And so actually, she was the one act I knew before the season started from the list. And she was one I was most excited about because she obviously fooled Penn and Teller. They basically, their comment to her was that you're not a quick change artist because we know how every single quick change act is done. And we don't know how your act is done. Because every single quick change artist is just starting with lots of layers and then taking off one layer at a time.
Or they do the curtain thing.
Even the curtain thing, but there's literally she's a completely different method for what she's doing, and I think it's impressive. I don't think I could watch it for an hour, and I think she needs to mix it up next round and do something different, so I actually will be more impressed. But
we'll see.
We will. And we were talking about The Voice Australia a bit. I'm watching Sean mildly more. He's the one I saw his X Factor audition back in 2015, like in person in the room. And he's on The Voice Australia now. And hopefully he wins. He probably won't, but he'll hopefully make the far at least.
I'm so far behind on keeping up with, the
well, no one watches
shows.
The Voice Australia anyway, so.
The only thing I'm somewhat caught up with, only because of our friend Grace over here, is the Dancing with the Stars news. I checked who's going to be on the show. It's exciting. I mean, I know
I'm very happy. The full cast is being revealed on September 8th, which is actually really late for the show.
Do you have any predictions?
I don't know, but I'm super happy about. I manifested Suni Lee from Olympic trials. So apparently, I had that and I had Chase winning. So maybe this is my year. I don't know. And I think Jojo Siwa being part of the first same-sex couple on the show is going to be cool for the show.
Yep.
I don't think she'll win necessarily because because there's a lot of bigots out there that watch the show. That's part of it.
Which I'm going to interrupt to say is hilarious because it is the gayest show on television. So
no, you ever seen RuPaul's Drag Race?
I stand corrected. It is the second gayest show on television.
And also Jojo Siwa is a total ringer, and her fan base is mostly small children who don't watch Dancing with the Stars because it's on past their bedtime. But no, there are going to be 15 stars, best we know. They're making it required to be vaccinated, which I'm happy about, but that also leaves a few pros out in the dust because they refuse to, which... Yay!
Toss the unvaccinated people to the curb. Isolate them. That's my feeling on it.
And another prediction is that I am going to win the draft again.
Nope. I will... Well, I'll be taking all
Adam's going to pull off a miracle, is what he's saying.
Well, no, I feel like the two of us are going to be duking it out between Suni and JoJo. Like, whoever if I pick first and I pick one of them, he's going to pick the other one.
Yep.
And vice versa.
I think it is good, though, that they are, with the vaccination rules. I think that is, important, though. And
I've seen rumors, but I don't want to address rumors right now.
All right. Well,
none of them I'm particularly interested in anyway.
I can't believe this is the first time I've ever done one of these on my phone. It's a good angle.
We could tell because you're a vertical video for once. Anyway. No.
Make a difference?
No. Oh, no.
Ish. No, my phone's going to fall.
It works, but who cares?
It's going to be really awkward when my phone falls.
It's going to be great. But we're going to end it before your phone falls because we've already gone for all the acts. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. And so at this point, I'll just say I'm Eric Asher. You can find me on Twitter at that. There we go. That's the handle. bit.ly/EricLavids. Grace, where can we find you?
Reality2_Grace on Twitter. And Adam and I are hoping you'll join us for Dancing with the Stars because it's really fun.
And Adam, I suppose you're here. I guess we might as well let you introduce
I don't know
yourself.
if do I qualify to get to be.
You've been here for long enough to plug your stuff. Go ahead.
You can find me screaming into the wind and making voodoo dolls for every member of Grace's team that she'll be putting together for Dancing with the Stars.
Team 3-Pete. We already have a name. Team 3-Pete.
No, that's where it's going to stop, Grace. 3 is enough.
Well, so you're gonna let me win this year? That's basically what you said. You said 3 wins is enough. I have 2 already.
Okay.
Eric, wrap it up.
On that note, I will wrap it up and say this was fun. See you all 3 weeks left of AGT, and then we're done.
Yay!
So thanks for watching.
You're done, Adam, and I have another show to talk about.
I know, but I'm done. Bye, everybody.
Thanks.